I want to continue a little bit about bearing fruit. The whole point of this and these, wearing a tzitzyot, wearing these, the tzitzyot, the whole purpose of those things is for this. And if you notice, as I turn it up, the lamp goes higher. The flame gets bigger. And the more, and the whole purpose behind behind having leaves is to bear fruit or be a light. That's the whole purpose behind this whole the whole thing of keeping Torah. That's what, a beard is a reminder. It's not a, you must do this and this alone, the beard, though it says do not harm the edges of your beard in Leviticus 19:27, and where it says this, it talks about this, although with a blue thread, not just white like this. As you see, this is tied. The whole point of these things, these leaves, is to bear fruit, to be a light, as I show with the oil lamp, to be a light to the world. Why is the menorah? Let's look at the menorah for a second. In Exodus chapter 20, it's going to be 25 verse 31. I'm going to take the time to read this whole part of it, because it kind of explains the idea that I'm trying to get across, I think, or shows you need to have this picture of what it is. Verse 31 of Exodus 25. Then you shall make a lampstand of pure gold. The lampstand and its base, its shaft, are all made of hammered work. Its cups, its bulbs, its flowers shall all be one piece with it. 6 branches shall go out from its sides, 3 branches of the lampstand from its one side, and 3 branches of the lampstand from the other side. 3 cups shall be shaped like almond blossoms in the one branch, and a bulb and a flower. And 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms in the other branch, a bulb and a flower. So for 6 branches going out from the lampstand, and in the lampstand 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms, its bulbs and its flowers. Those are stages that it goes through. Bulbs, flowers, and then blossom, and it blossoms, and then you have the fruit. The fruit is at the very end. Coming out from shaped. Verse 35. A bulb shall be under the first pair of branches coming out of it, and a bulb under the second pair of branches coming out of it, and a bulb under the third pair of branches coming out of it. For the 6 branches coming out of the lampstand, their bulbs and their branches shall be of one piece with it. All of it shall be one piece of hammered work of pure gold. Then you shall make its lamps 7 in number, and they shall mount its lamps so as to shed light on the space in front of it. Its snuffers, and their trays shall be of pure gold. It shall be made from a talent of pure gold, with all these utensils. See that you make them after the pattern for them which to you on the mountain. So I took the time to read that because I want people to understand that the lamps were part of this lampstand, the menorah, as it's commonly called. It had bulbs, flowers, and blossoms. And it's of an almond tree, which is significant too. I believe it was the first that blossomed. And you can also read about where Aaron's rod budded when it was tested who was supposed to be. I believe it was with Korah's group in Numbers 14 or 15, I believe. No, appointed times. Maybe it's 16 or whatever. Korah's rebellion, yeah. Yeah, Korah's rebellion is in 16. And I think that's where it was either that or one of the other rebellions. And it was one of the things put in the ark at one point. Okay, Aaron's rod buds, Numbers 17, and you can read that chapter about that. But the whole point of having leaves, like the tzitzyot, the tzitzyot, the beard, head covering, modesty, a lot of the things like that, the physical symbols that are leaves, or the Sabbath, or the holy days, they're all about. Those are all leaves that we do with the ultimate goal of bearing fruit or being a light. As I shared the lamp that I have in the beginning of this video to illustrate that point, is that they had lamps on top of the menorah, and that's how when we bear fruit is we become a light. And you notice that the menorah is pure gold, which represents the Holy Spirit. As the Holy Spirit comes into us more, you might even look at it as the leaves are a part of obedience, where it helps us to absorb the oil of the Holy Spirit so that we can be a light to others, because that's the ultimate goal, is to be a light. And I read before, or I didn't read it, but I mentioned it, of Galatians 5:22 and 23 about the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, kindness, faithfulness, and self-control. All those things, make us a light. When we can be self-controlled toward people, when we can be long-suffering, when we can be gentle and kind and faithful, all those things are how we become a light to the world. Our love, our joy, having those things as fruits, that's how we become a light to the world. Shalom, shalom.